Alright, hello, welcome to my slide. Today we're going to be talking about the big idea for To Kill a Mockingbird, which is how society shapes and influences other people. So, we're going to see how it could influence people like Harper Lee, Scout, some other people, and myself. Let's go into it. So, the first person we're going to talk about is Harper Lee. She was a very brave person, and she was passionate about what she did. So society sort of influenced her to do that. And one of the things, a couple of the evidence comes from some quotes, which is right here and right here, which comes from page 1. So the first quote talks about how she would protect Truman, and she would also probably protect some of her other friends, and that takes a lot of courage. So she was pretty brave, and she was also brave because she followed her own passions, and she loved reading and writing. So while other girls liked fashion, makeup, and going out with guys, she focused on her own thing, which is reading and writing. And this means that she loved to stick up for others, and she loved to do her own thing. And again, that takes a lot of bravery. And with that bravery and her passion of reading and writing, she was able to write To Kill a Mockingbird. So the symbol I chose for her was a red rose. Surprisingly, there are many colors for roses, but this is the most common type. At least I would say. I don't know. So I chose a red rose because it stands for being passionate and being brave. And I think that really suits Harper Lee. Alright, the next person we are going to talk about is Scout Finch. So Scout Finch was influenced by society to be an innocent person. Like, she was really innocent, and she showed a lot of friendship to Boo, other people. She was just pretty much innocent and friendly to most people. I would say everyone, but so in the quote right here says, "I led him to the front porch. He was still holding my hand, and he gave no sign of letting me go. I would lead him through our house, but I would never let him leave home." So this basically shows how her innocence and her friendliness was able to get Boo to go outside and look around the house, and she was holding her hand, or he was holding her hand. So that shows nice friendship, and Boo is said to be a bad person. But in this little moment, it shows how even the worst person who killed someone could still be friends with Scout, and I think that's a really good sign of friendship. So, how society influenced her, it influenced her to just be really nice and make friends. And I think a good symbol for her is the dolphin, because the dolphins are very friendly, and they're just innocent creatures. They mean no harm, really. I mean, if you harm it, it might harm you back, but other than that, it's just pretty innocent, as long as you're chill to it as well. So I think it's a pretty good symbol. The next person we're going to talk about is Atticus Finch. So Atticus Finch, how society influenced him it influenced him to take care of his children, to be a good father, and it also influenced him to protect the innocent, like Tom Robinson. So in these quotes, right here, it says, "I just hope that Jem and Scout come to me for their answers instead of listening to the town." This shows that, like, he wants to get his kids together and he wants to be a good father to his kids. Like, he'll come and answer any of their questions. He just wants them to have a good life. And the second quote, right here, well, it's not really a quote, it's more pages. So pages 271 to 275, it's just this awesome speech just explaining how Tom Robinson could be innocent, how there's barely any evidence to back it up, and how, in this quote, "Gentlemen, a court is no better." Wait, hold on. "Gentlemen, a court is no better than each man of you sitting before me on this jury." So this is basically saying that, they're no better, and they can also make mistakes So to mistake that Tom Robinson is innocent is just a thing, because you can mistake anyone for being guilty and they could be innocent in the end, or vice versa. So it's sort of he just wants to help Tom Robinson a lot, because he just feels that he's innocent and he just wants to protect him in every single way. So he just wants to be a good father to his kids, to influence them, and he wants to be good to Tom Robinson because he believes what's right, even though these people are racist and he knows that he won't win this. He still tries his best, and that's what I think is really cool. So he's brave enough to protect him, and he's also caring. So I think a good symbol for him is the lion, because the lion is a symbol of courage and bravery. But it's also just caring, because it cares for its youngings, its children and its wives or its husbands, whoever. If you're a female lion, but I chose male lion because he's a male. Anyways, let's go on to the next one. So the next person we're going to talk about is Boo Radley, and I was going to choose a mockingbird because that's one of the things on the essay, or on the test for the essay. So society shaped Boo Radley to be an innocent person, but it sort of shaped him to be shy around people because of all the rumors they talked about. So for one, it says autumn again, and Boo's children needed him. This shows that they needed him. He knew they were in trouble and he came to help. Another quote says, "Boo had drifted to a corner of the room where he stood with his chin up, peering from a distance at Jem." This shows that he was kind of shy. He just sort of drifted off into another place just to look at everything happening, because he didn't want to bother them, because he knew if he did something bad, then he'd be blamed for it, because people think he's a madman, but he's not. He's really nice. It's just that he's kind of shy and people don't really know what's going on. So it shaped him to be a nice person, just kind of shy. And obviously I chose a mockingbird because he's one of the main people who are basically a mockingbird, because he's innocent, he's nice, but people sort of shut him away because they think bad of him. And to kill one, that would just be a sin. And, alright. The final person we're going to talk about is how I was shaped by To Kill a Mockingbird. So, I was shaped by this book, I think, to be a nicer person to others and to protect them. Because from the past quotes, Boo and Atticus, they both protected people, and they were really kind. They were very nice. So, I mostly think that I like these guys. Like, they sort of influence me to be nice to others and protect others and just be overall just really cool. And I say the dove is really my best symbol, closest to after this book influenced me, because it's a really kind bird. Like, it's for peace, and it like shows like, hey, everything's gonna be okay. I'm protecting you. You're fine. And I just like that. It's really good. So, thank you guys for watching this video on my presentation. Bye.